Hi there, and welcome to this Hockey Inside Out Show bonus episode. I'm Stu Count of the Gazette, and I'm joined by, you know who these guys are, former Canadiens teammates and 1986 Stanley Cup champs Chris Nilan and Rick Green. Well, goalie Jakub Dobes, I'm hoping I'm pronouncing that right, has had a really impressive NHL debut with the Canadiens since getting called up from the AHL's Laval Rocket. Knuckles, what's impressed you most about this guy?
His size, his positioning, his rebound control, his cool demeanor back there. You know, you think of goaltenders, cool in the net, Patrick Waugh, Carey Price, even the big guy, Montembeault. But Dobes, for being a young guy coming in to a situation where, now I'm going to get my chance. You know, he played well down in Laval, and he comes up, seemed like, come on, he shut out his first game. Again, he's benefit from also from a team who started to play well as a group, which helped him. But he made some key saves in there. Some of their really good scoring opportunities against them, and he held the fort. He made the big saves, opportune times. Those saves can certainly keep you in a game and change the game for you. And I think really, I'm just surprised at how he's a cool cat back there, and he's having fun. Young kid having fun, comes in here. He's grabbed the bull by the horns. I love it.
Doesn't give a lot of rebounds either, Rick, with the defenseman you'd love, right?
I think it's great. I mean, he's only played the 3 games, but a .959 save percentage. He's still, making the saves when he's supposed to. He seems to be really, intense in performing well. We know it's the toughest position on the team, and he seems to be thriving at it. And I think it's a healthy situation from the standpoint of having him and Montembeault somewhat competing to, be in there. I know it's early, but it forces the guys to be at their very best. And, to see this kid come in and do what he's doing. He covers a lot of net. I know he goes down the butterfly, and I think his shoulders are still underneath the crossbar. Yeah. So, as any of those good-sized goalies, there's a lot of times they don't see the puck. So you better have a large body back there, because the chances are you're not going to see all the shots. So it's going to hopefully hit you. But he's taken full advantage of his opportunity and seems like a really good kid and fits the mix of the type of chemistry they like to have in the dressing room, and good for him. And whether this will continue, time will tell. I know we look back at years where some of these guys, goalies, come in. It's a short-term thing where all of a sudden everything is hitting.
Steve Penny.
Steve Penny, love Steve Penny. I mean, the pennies from heaven when he came in. Yeah. He could do no wrong. He'd be, lying on his back, and it'd still be hitting him. And unfortunately, it didn't turn out to be a long-term deal for him. But time will tell, and it'd be interesting to see how they're going to use him moving forward on the second half of the season, and just see how well he handles himself. And obviously, after 3 games, he's done a hell of a job.
Good point, too, on them pushing each other, because you look at Boston last year when they had Slayman and Omak, right? Those 2 guys, one would get in the net. There's no way he wanted to give it up. He said, I don't want to lose because I want to play again, And those 2 pushed each other. And now look at Swayman in Boston, Omak in Ottawa. Omak he's played well. It took him a little time to get going, but, what a situation to be in.
Yeah, things that impressed me most about Dobes is just his mental strength. You say nothing seems to faze him, and I wrote a column last week on Pete Fry, his mental coach, who's worked with him, and talking about concentration, calories, and all these things, about how the only things a goalie should be focused on is the play and the puck. He doesn't want him to look at the clock. He doesn't go to the bench during TV timeouts. He seems so focused. We'll see how that stays. Eventually he's going to have a bad game, and we'll see if that strength remains then. But Fry also worked with Caden Primo, and I asked him, what's the difference between the two? And he sort of hesitated a bit, and he says, Jakub's more aggressive. And I think we're seeing that too. And with Montembeault, Montembeau's mentally strong too, and you can't play goalie, you can't play any position in Montreal without that mental strength, right, Knuckles? I mean, it's different.
Well,
You've played in different cities, and it's different here, right?
yeah, it is. But the pressure, and plus the past, the goaltenders of the past, and all that tradition and stuff here, and Patrick and Dryden and Price, and okay, you're in there now. You got shoes to fill, basically. And
He's getting compared a bit to Dryden just because of the size. I mean,
yeah, you don't want to embarrass yourself,
Yeah.
right? But
Yeah.
that mental part of the game, like you say, for them, it's key. And you have focus on the puck and the play, not the clock, all that stuff. But there's always pretty girls in the stands.
Keep focused on. So, Rick, what's how much of a boost does it give just having confidence in both goalies? Like you must have, especially you play in Washington on some. There must have been nights you got a goalie behind you and you're like, oh man, this might not work out so well.
Yeah, well, I mean, the goalies in Washington were shell shocked when you get 60 and 70 shots a game. No wonder they were fried mentally after the first 10 games of the season. But anyways, it's a good situation to know that you've got guys back there that can do the job. And, it's let's not take away from the group that's in front of them. They are playing in a way that's going to, allow the goalie maybe a little more success by eliminating rebounds, blocking shots. I see that as a group, they're doing a lot more deflecting of pucks from those critical shooting areas. So that's a bonus for the goaltender. But, one thing will never change. It's all about not so much what you save, it's what you let in. And right now, you got a good situation with some guys that are really honed in on what they need to do, and they're performing obviously very, very well. And hey, who knows where this can go other than ride it while you can.
Get off the fence.
With Jacob Fowler coming up too, the goaltending situation is looking pretty good. The other thing Pete Fry, the mental coach, said that was interesting, he said that Primo played okay in spurts, but he never came in and grabbed it, right? He never was spectacular the way Dobes has been. And he said it's similar to Patrick Roy when he joined the Canadiens at first. He came in and he grabbed it. So, Knuckles, what do you remember about Patrick when he first came in and joined you guys?
Just kind of a goofy young kid, didn't didn't seem like there was any pressure on him. He didn't feel any pressure. It's like he had no emotions, and he got on that net and he did his thing. He was incredible. Honestly, when I think back at what this kid did, I remember in the playoffs that year in New York, they had 60 something shots. It was crazy what he did. Went into overtime. He was just so cool back there. He's and he had this confidence too, you could tell he was, kind of that goofy little kid coming in, young kid, learning the rope. But boy, he matured into that leader too pretty quickly. And it was awesome to be part of that. And it's awesome to play on a team when you have a goaltender in there and you're in the freaking game from the get-go. Even if you suck out front, you're still in the game.
What do you remember, Rick, about Patrick joining the team?
You talk about goofy things, and I remember that Patrick always liked to put pucks in front of his stall, and God forbid anybody would touch them, because that was his way of preparing himself to play well, I guess.
He'd stare at the puck, right?
And then unfortunately, I used to look at him, and then he would be looking at the pucks on the floor in front of him, and I'm going, whatever, just keep stopping the puck. But unfortunately, one of the trainers, a new trainer that had come in, and he took the pucks off the floor in front of Patrick when Patrick came in after one of the periods, and completely flipped out and started throwing things around, and the poor kid lost his job because of it. But anyways, goaltenders are a special breed. Bottom line is, find a way to stop the puck. And if you can continue to do that, you have a chance to win every game. And just look around the league. some things will never change. Good goaltending, you got a chance to win every night.
Yeah, you can't win without good goaltending. As an NHL scout once told me, you don't appreciate great goaltending until you don't have it anymore. Anyway, that's it for this Hockey Inside Out Show bonus episode. I hope you all enjoyed it. Please like and subscribe to the Hockey Inside Out YouTube channel. Go to MontrealGazette.com/newsletters to sign up for the Hockey Inside Out newsletter. And of course, go to HockeyInsideOut.com where you'll get all the latest Canadiens news every day. Also, if you have a bonus question you'd like Chris and Rick to answer in a future bonus episode, please put it in the comments section below. We always love to hear from you.